Laura York, and this is Juice Produce for Life. You know, the right tool can save a lot of time and a lot of headaches, especially if you have one of these and you're a juicer. This little piece of mesh is made to go in your sink so that when you start washing your juicer parts, all of that residue and pulp will not go down and clog your drain. This little $5 purchase will save you that big plumbing bill. It's saved me several times. You just pop that right in your sink, and I'll show you in a moment when I start cleaning the juicer how much it'll really catch. I like to just have the strainer in the sink, and as I'm cleaning all the components to the juicer, just let it catch everything, and then I'll show you in a moment how I just squeeze it, take the pulp out. But be sure to use your brush and really scrub your juicing parts. Otherwise, bacteria could grow, and that's certainly not why we're juicing. We want to have only good things going in. Okay, so now with the strainer in there, I can turn the water off. You can see this is the celery bits. I like to push down on it and take that out. Now I don't have all this going down into my sink. Instead, I can just either throw it into my compost pile or put it in a bag. The other thing that I can't say enough about is brushes. Good brushes are a must for any juicer. I found out from one friend that wrote to me through Facebook, she was having all kinds of trouble with her Omega Vert juicer. It just wasn't working. Omega sends us this brush to clean our juicer with. She had forgotten to use the brush, and literally when the juicer is in motion, the blades are cleaning everything, but there are only so many tiny little holes to let the juice press through. If you don't clean it every time you use it, if you just rinse it off under the hot water and think you've cleaned it, you haven't. You actually want to get in there and scrub all your parts with hot soapy water. I mean, come on, it's only good health to clean your juicer thoroughly. Another thing that I really like is a brush like this for cleaning down in bottles, cleaning in the container that catches your juice. Just another great tool to have on hand, as well as I drink all my juices through a straw. This is a brush that's used to clean straws like Pertervis tumblers, any of those big insulated tumblers. You want a brush like this. All these brushes, no big secret. I mean, you can get them at most dollar stores, Bed Bath & Beyond, quite easy. If it all fails though, surely you've got one of these around somewhere. If not, you can run to the drugstore and pick up a toothbrush. And I would get a stiff one, good for cleaning everything, really getting it scrubbed. A produce brush is a must. I like to spray my produce with the produce cleaning spray that I have on this site. The recipe is on another one of these videos, so you'll want to check that out and get the recipe. But I also incorporate a good scrub brush. The bristles on this are very stiff. I like this one because it just fits my hand well, and I can scrub carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes. I don't do starchy white potatoes, but sweet potatoes, this is unbelievable for. I would rather scrub it than take time to peel. However, if you are going to peel, I think these OXO peelers are just outstanding. They zip through everything very easily, ergonomically correct. There we go, that's a big $10 word. Ergonomically correct, so easy on your hands. And sometimes if you start peeling a lot of stuff, it helps to have that. One of the other tricks that I've learned over all the months and months of juicing now are the containers that I put my juice in. My favorite, personally, are mason jars. They come in a couple of different sizes. Now, if you're a big guy and you like a lot of juice, then you're going to want a big jar like this. Personally, these are more my go-to. I like this smaller size. It's a good 8 ounces, and I can fill this to the top. That's one of the big tricks with juicing. Like we've talked about before, the more air that hits your produce, the more oxidized it becomes, and that is what turns it brown, like when you see an apple turning brown that's set out. So you want to overfill this as top to the tip top as you can, then put your lid on, and you know, you may lose just a little bit of juice, but by forcing out that air, it's going to keep it a lot fresher. I pack these up in a cooler, take them off with me if I'm out on the road one day with clients, and I just pull them out of my juicer my cooler as I need a juice. It's so easy. And truly, it doesn't take any time in the morning to just whip up all your juices. I like to prep all the produce the night before. First thing in the morning, run them through, get it all done. I'm out the door and I have my entire day's food with me. None of that running through the fast food. You know, they've done a study. You can actually cook at home in the same amount of time that you wait in the line for most fast food these days. I would much rather have this in my body than some of that grease and fat that's out there. So for less than 20 bucks, you can get a lot of good help in the kitchen by just going to your kitchen supply store, picking up a few really good brushes, and don't forget one of these strainers. You'll be glad you did. I'm Laura York, and this is Juice Produce for Life.